get some expert insight into the Trump administration's immigration crackdown from Holtzman, Vogel, partner, and former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan Fahey, along with former Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff Mark Lamb. I'm going to get you both to react to this. Sheriff, I'll get to you in a second, but I'm going to play this for you first, Jonathan. This is, we just heard Bill talk about Democrats, and in particular Tim Walz, making this comparison between ICE and like the Gestapo. Listen to this, get your reaction. It's not just him. Watch this.
This is Gestapo-like behavior, where plainclothes officers wearing masks are terrorizing immigrants.
Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons.
What do you think?
Outrageous, particularly the Tim Walz thing, because he's at a graduation speech, so clearly this was planned, this was written. Yeah. So he is making these types of comparisons that, as the ICE agent that you all interviewed talked about, they're putting them at risk. If politicians compare them to Nazis and things like that, what does that do to people that are interacting with them on the streets? Right. They're putting them in danger, and it really has gotten so bad. The Democrats routinely defame law enforcement, defame ICE, and we also had the incident with the Border Patrol agents back during the Biden administration where they falsely accused them of whipping migrants.
Yeah, I remember that.
But we've really seen this escalate recently, and you have that incident in Newark where the ICE agents were assaulted, and the Democrats are essentially condoning that at this point. It's really outrageous, and something really bad is going to happen, and they're going to have to take some responsibility for it.
I think you're spot on. Sheriff, I think they're dehumanizing these people, these public servants, in a very awful way. What are your thoughts?
Well, that's exactly what they're doing. Look, Daniel Goldman's a doofus, and so is Tim Walz. And he's one of the most, Daniel Goldman's one of the most unlikable people on the other side of the aisle in Washington, D.C. But what it shows is the disdain they have for law enforcement and how they truly feel about the men and women that put on the badge. You know why these guys have to wear masks over their face when they go arrest these illegals? Because Democrats say stupid stuff like this, equating them to the Gestapo, putting them and their families' lives at risk. These are great men and women that go out and do a hard job, and they're following the law, because it is illegal to be in this country without permission, and that's what these people are. So it's a shameful thing. Jonathan's right, it's disgraceful, but I don't think we as Americans expect any less from these goofballs.
Yeah, it's just outrageous, and again, as I think you said aptly, I mean, it's dangerous. Something terrible could happen if you keep this escalating rhetoric. Let me share this. This is Stephen Miller on a competing network today. Stephen, not shy about taking to task some judicial activists out there. Listen to this. Get your thoughts on the other side, Sheriff.
District court judges that are trying to keep millions of illegal aliens here to steal our jobs, to steal our livelihood, to steal our benefits. There's nothing more on track than talking about the fact that the constitutional crisis of our time are district court judges keeping illegal aliens on our soil who have no right to be here.
He's fired up there, Sheriff, but he makes a very strong point. District court judges all over the country, in his opinion, are attempting to keep millions of illegal aliens here when they have no right to be here.
And it wasn't easy to make that strong point, because these CNN hosts and all these other people are such shills for anti-American, protecting Americans. And so it's kind of hard to watch. But he's right. Look, we've got to be able to protect Americans, and these judges are not doing that. But here's the fix to it, Kevin. Congress has got to start passing laws that takes this out of the hands of the judges. Yeah. That's the problem right now. The judges have overstepped their bounds, gotten into the executive branch. Congress can fix this for President Trump. They need to act, and they need to act fast.
Wrap us up, Jonathan. I think he nailed it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And Stephen Miller's point's quite, it's quite sound that there are district court judges that want to say that each one of these illegal aliens should have a full hearing to be thrown out, but no vetting to come in. Any common sense would say there should be more vetting to come in than to be thrown out.
Exactly right. Jonathan Fahey, Mark Lamb. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.